Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Nosed Derby Podcast.
Back at it. What's up?
Red beers.
With homemade tomato juice.
And you know, I actually got in on this. Like, these are tomatoes out of my garden. This is the fucking fruit of my labor.
It's good. Like I said, a little bit of horseradish, a little bit of Tabasco, a little bit of salt, and some pepper.
And some vodka.
Then just add vodka. But Kelly Hewer, Mama Kelly, would be pissed.
Yeah, because she's a Bloody Mary making motherfucker.
Yes, she is. I think she would get down on the homemade.
Oh, yeah.
All about it. Mm-hmm. But she's, I think, all up into, like, olive juice.
Oh, dude,
shit.
she's
a connoisseur.
Of sorts. All right. Let's jump into it.
Yes.
We've talked to Dustin.
And Brian.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
About some D.E.M.O stuff.
D.E.M.O.
Yeah. Big shit popping off April Fool's Day.
Yes. April 1st. Let's just hope they're not fucking with us.
As big as this shit is, I don't think there's going to be no fucking around.
I don't foresee that an April Fool's joke.
We got some insight on some shit that's going on with it. We're not going to release that. We were asked not to.
Yep.
Make sure you tune into this bitch, though, because we are going to be able to give you some information after April 1st.
Yes.
You know, some hype about what's going on. After talking to them, and hopefully after all this information drops, you're going to have a better understanding of what this is. Mm-hmm. Because it's bigger than any of us.
Oh, yeah. And it's not just Derby. It's motorsports.
The fuck? Yes.
I mean, it says Demolition Entertainment Motorsports Organization.
Yes.
There's your D.E.M.O, which you can find them right there on Facebook.
And they've got a website.
Everywhere. Yep. Yeah.
If you haven't seen this shit, you're not looking on the internet at all.
No.
And I mean, and whatever fucking rock you're under, let me know, because if I ever get in trouble,
I'm going to that fucking rock.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Today they launched memberships.
Oh.
They've got a yellow tier, a blue tier, and a red tier. We were just conversing actually before we hit the go button. You got to be a member.
You need to be a member.
Yes, you need to be a member. You know, and there's packages. There's three different levels. There's really a $200 level, a $130 level, and a $70 level. Just like the $70 level, you get your official license with your membership number. You get a D.E.M.O sticker pack. You get a D.E.M.O fire jacket pack. You get discounts to your hotels/restaurants. Early access to the event seating. Priority inspection time, that would be the third available window. Then your next tier up would be your second available window for your inspection time and your registration time. So anything D.E.M.O related, D.E.M.O related shows with that membership,
yes,
you sign up that you're wanting to run that show, you're going to pay your entry fee.
And now I don't know all the details on it. I do know. I'm almost positive I'm not speaking out of turn on this. Like, to be a fan, you don't have to have this membership.
No. Hell
you know, to go to these shows and shit like that. They're not going to make everybody pick this.
Yeah.
But if you are even the thought of getting behind something like this or participating or, you know, showing up to this stuff, why not? Mm-hmm. If you look at the stuff that the packages offer, I mean, you're getting money back, like, immediately. The shirts and shit.
Yeah, the yellow tier, which is your top, that's the $199.99 plus your tax. You get the official license with the membership number as well. The sticker pack, the fire jacket patch, 2024 member koozie, 2024 exclusive members only t-shirt, friendly foe, singles format only. free Consi registration, then you still get your discounts to your hotels and your restaurants. You get early access to your event seating, but then for your priority inspection, your first available window, and their registration availability is your first available window as well.
I'm just telling you right now, I've wasted more fucking money on less.
Yeah. You put hard nose was here stickers on strippers' titties. I promise you there was more than $200 spent that night. Just that night.
Making it rain. The next night I had to make it hail because I was out of fucking money.
There it is. There it is.
But I know that there's a lot of people that are skeptical and this and that. After talking to those guys, the direction they're pushing this towards is going to be fucking crazy for the sport.
Yeah.
At least look into it before you completely exit.
Yeah.
I
still see a lot of the stuff, just social media shit.
Yes.
Everybody's like, well, doing this and doing that. Well, yeah, goddamn it.
You don't have to fucking agree with us.
No, not one bit. We've always said opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
100%.
And if you want to roll with it, that's fine. But it's hard to not see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? With fucking blinders on.
Well, even if you're against the motherfucker, you need to be looking at it to see if it's going to fail.
Correct.
But just remember, every time you click on that profile, it gives them another view.
It's kind of... Not everybody knows who's running this show. We only know...
Right.
The 7 guys for sure that were voted in.
Right.
The 7 teams on the Pro Light side. There's been nothing except just a few little teasers.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Kinman team, the Rutherfords. There's been
Dials.
Yes, there's been a few little teaser clips, but
and
you don't have the whole fucking list.
The suspense. I love it.
You are going to see some names that you didn't think.
No.
We kind of got a little bit of insight.
We did.
And
you don't know the fucking bomb I'm ready to drop on you motherfuckers.
Here's that part we can drop. You need to really, really, really fucking watch King of Ohio.
Oh.
Because that is a bomb. That is what the world and the fucking Derby...
you talk about a Derby
universe,
boner.
Yes. Like, as soon as they said it, I was like, ting!
Oh, yeah.
Just instant chubbed.
Because they're trying to put together shit that nobody's ever seen before. Only shit that you've talked about in the shop.
Yep. Yeah, what people want to see.
Oh, yeah.
And who they want to see.
Yeah, and they're going to flip the fucking light switch on. Here you go. Watch it.
Yes.
You get it all.
Everything.
So, I don't want to beat a dead horse. But after talking to those guys, man, I want to see this shit happen.
They verified it. It's happening.
Yes.
We know what's going to happen. So all the naysayers are like, well, that's just bullshit. Well, guess what? Wrong answer.
No, it's going to happen.
Yes. We've said it. It might only happen once.
And whenever we talked to them, we were like, hey, this may be something that only happens once. And they're like, well, we fucking hope not. And I'm like, well, we don't either. But I'm just saying that this motherfucker going to happen this time.
That'd be right. With some bad fucking dudes.
Yeah.
There's some other... Man, I'm not going to take away from anybody, top-level builder or driver that runs Blizzard Bash or Rapid City. They're all bad dudes.
No, and we've talked about this because we cover everybody. We cover everything. You all message us, call us, text us, whatever. We try to plug it.
Yes.
We try to look into it. We try to see what's going on. So this here and now, what we know about this show that's coming up, motherfucker. I mean, it's just like whenever we got to see List from Spring X.
Yes.
Or Wicked Team Show, or Blizzard Bash, or
Carnage.
Gold Rush.
Yeah.
I mean, just because we're supporting this show doesn't mean we're going to stop the coverage of the other shows.
Correct.
But what information I was given, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody that's listening is like, well, they say that a lot, but are we wrong?
Nope.
Are we fucking wrong? Have you ever watched a show that we're like, hey, y'all need to watch this shit? And you're like, oh, this fucking sucks. No. Because we don't watch trash.
No, I hate being bored. I hate watching a show, whether it's on pay-per-view or not.
This is not a fucking sport to be bored.
No, hell no. I don't want to see sandbagging.
Nope.
There's a difference between sandbagging and tactical.
Yes. Because I love a good dog fight.
Mm-hmm. Getting the other guy to fuck up.
Yes.
Just wait, just biding your time.
Uh-huh.
Pushing in,
but
pushing
that's not
in,
sandbagging to me.
No.
Sandbagging to me is
2,500 RPMs, forward, back for 10 minutes.
Yeah, hiding.
That's sandbagging.
Shit like that. Whenever you're fucking cat and mouse and that shit, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because there's always one guy that's being hunted.
And there's always one guy that's the hunter.
Yep.
And then if you look into a little farther, they're both being hunted.
Yeah.
And they're both hunters.
Yeah.
You know, we've hit on that. That's a whole different ball game. We enjoy that shit. You know, that's why when we were talking about Spring X, that list, there's hammers.
Yes.
There's hunters. And then there's snipers.
Yes.
What I would say. Laying back in the weeds, just waiting to fuck somebody up.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be those guys that are going to come out just Braveheart right off the jump, just fucking running, going after them.
Fucking A. And that's what we're looking for. And what we talk to them, that's what they're wanting to make happen at every motherfucking show they're putting on.
Mm-hmm.
Or every show that they push or have or this or that. I mean, it's strictly for the entertainment of the Demolition Derby community.
Give them a break, guys.
Well, don't. Fuck it. Keep talking about it.
Usually, a show of this magnitude takes, I'm just going to throw it out, 2 years in the making.
So you're telling me you don't think they threw this motherfucker together like last month?
No.
Whenever all the shit started popping up, you don't think they just, you know what, guys, I think we'll do this. No, that's not how that shit happens.
It just was within a couple months of you knowing about it.
Right. Move in the shadows.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, like fucking King of Ohio, TJ Hildebrand won 20 fucking some thousand last year.
And that dude fucking walked the dog up there.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking weird. It's got some change in it. That's, you know, but it was 20,000 or 26,000. It was something stupid for a single event. Mm-hmm. Not a team.
No.
You know, we even talked a while back. You know, team show, you're running for 10,000 to win. Well, fuck, that's only 2,500 when you break it down.
Right.
But those guys don't look at the monetary so much. They want to see this $10,000 fucking check.
Right.
Alan Brown had a $5,000 check from P Hill. Colt Doyle won almost 10 fucking G's. By the time you add, you know, running both classes and
Mad
Dog and all that shit. So, I mean, in the world of Demolition Derby, it's pretty viable to say that most of these guys run for $2,500.
Right.
But it's a 10,000. Fuck this. It's 100 G's, motherfuckers.
2 classes.
$100,000.
And do you think they're really going to have this show and have second place $8,000?
Third place gets their money back.
Yeah, because I keep, I've seen that comment, and I usually just throw the old laugh emoji on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're telling me that they're going to blow their wad on first and not give second place shit. Now, do I think it's going to be 75,000? No, probably not. You know what I mean?
Could be 50.
It could be.
Then it could be 30.
Could be 30. That's still pretty good
and
fucking
it could be
paycheck.
150 and 25.
Yeah.
It could pay you down 3 spots.
I'm just telling you they're not going to drop it to 10 grand for second.
No. Fuck no. But then it's the basic principle of you are running at fucking Bristol.
It's Bristol, baby.
It's Bristol. When we were talking to the guys the other day, I told them, I said, guys, I was in circle track racing for 20 plus years. I'd never been to a NASCAR race.
This is boring.
It's boring. I've always wanted to go to one.
Bristol, baby.
Fucking Bristol.
You know why? It's the shortest or the fastest
Short track.
on the circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Wrecks and wrecks and wrecks.
Yeah. It's going to be killer, and there's just going to be more info coming out.
And I know another thing that I've seen a bunch of. Well, how are you going to be able to see? Well, any seat in that motherfucker, you can see all the way around the track.
Yeah.
Whole circle.
Watch
car do a full
the
fucking
easiest thing to do it. Anybody around here, around this area, that has been to 24 Raceway, Moberly Raceway Park, whatever you want to call it, RCR,
I-70.
That Moberly is as close as you can get to Bristol.
Yep. We don't have the banking.
Put it around, just fucking put bleachers all the way around it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got.
You can see the whole fucking track.
Yes. Can you see the whole track from Kansas? No. Can you see the whole fucking track at California?
No.
No. Vegas? No.
Daytona?
No. Talladega? No. Bristol? Yep. So it's going to be.
Well, it's going to be something for fucking sure. But like I said, we'll quit kicking that horse.
Yep.
But go get your memberships paid. Check that shit out. Hell, don't pay it yet. Wait till after April 1st. Mm-hmm. Wait till you get this fucking bomb dropped on you.
Yep. Yeah, wait till you see a little bit.
Because they're going to fuck Facebook all the way up again.
That they're going to.
Zuckerturd will be...
He'll have his arms crossed sitting in a corner going, what the fuck, guys?
He'll be buying tickets to Bristol. All right, let's jump into some shit coming up real quick.
This one is, other than the crazy fucking schedule that we have, regardless, anyways, one that kind of hits home is the Skinny Benefit Demolition Derby. It's at the Franklin County Fairgrounds in Ottawa, Kansas, April 27th. Ottawa from us is about 3.5 hours. It's not that bad. $20,000+ in purses.
Oh, hold on. This one here is for Skinny.
You need to drink a cucumber jalapeno margarita then.
I'll do that. He knows I will.
Because he said they are fucking phenomenal.
Well, if I remember correctly, I think he might have been on the margaritas whenever we had homie right here.
He said he hasn't really drank Drake in 3 years. Having one, I think him and Bubbles had several the other night. But this thing has got what we have talked about. The only class in the entire nation that has the same rules. The MWFA class.
Yep.
It's got a limited wheeled full-size class. It's got a youth bone stock compact class. It's got bone stock compacts. It's got an 80 and newer full-size bone stock. And then it's got the old school throwback. Haven't looked into the pay up sucker promotions rules to kind of justify what rules are what. There will be a raffle.
Every time somebody says old school throwback, I just think of George. You know what?
Yeah.
I mean, the old auto race.
Mm-hmm.
rules.
Yep.
Like that. Anytime somebody says throwback rules, which I'm younger, so that was like he was like the fucking guy.
Because wasn't their rules kind of like just knock the fucking windows out of it and put some chains on the doors?
Yeah, I mean, they were, but he covered so much ground. He had so many fucking shows.
Like 70?
It was insane.
One year it was like 70 shows. It was
every enough that they printed it on the back of his shirt. The fucking shirt looked stupid.
Because you couldn't fucking read it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're trying to go through the fucking schedule.
You had Fat Man running around on the passenger side of the golf cart.
Yep.
I mean, everybody knows who that dude was.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
But go ahead. Sorry, that was my side story for the evening.
You know, so not being, like I said, not being up to everybody's rules.
Why the fuck not? I mean, you're a co-host of a podcast.
4 million fucking rule sets
that covers demolition derbies. Why do you not know everybody's rules? This is fucking stupid.
I know the drivers. I don't know the fucking all their rules. If I did that, my head would never fit through a door.
You couldn't figure out all the rules in fucking Missouri.
Not possible.
Like
not know them.
No. Well, I'm talking in our county.
How about surrounding counties? Not just Monroe County. Monroe, Shelby, Lewis, Audrain,
when I was putting derbies on Monroe County, Madison had a different set of rules. Macon had a different set of rules. Madison, Shelbina, the first year that I started doing this, Madison, Shelbina, and Paris all had different rules. That's all in the same fucking county.
Within 3, well, it's not in the same county.
Well, Shelbyville, I mean, it's fucking
Shelby County, but
yeah.
I mean like I said, just the surrounding counties is probably at least 5 different rule sets, at least. So no, I'm not memorizing them fuckers.
Drivers love it.
Oh, they fucking love it so much. Track Shot Live will be there.
I wonder why.
Skin Dog. Period. I don't know who all is coming. I couldn't tell you. I haven't heard. I know it's on their schedule. Man, you just red beering the shit out of that, ain't you?
Yeah.
With a tall boy Millie. That was him slurping the fucking tomato juice.
Sorry.
It's like a slushy. Plus Power Wheels. Power Wheels start at 1:30. 2 p.m. start time for the show. Inspection is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Fuck, I'm going to have to get out of bed.
Yeah. 1:45 for the driver's meeting. The world of Demolition Derby knows Skinny. Period. You know, he's a Track Shot Live face. Since he has been sick with that fucking C word, he hasn't got to do any shows. He tried to do Greeley, Colorado last year, just for a little bit, and he was just so wore out and everything. But it's still hard to keep track of that dude. You know, he does the bucket waffles and everything, and I'm gonna say this, Jimmy Johnson, Uncle Jimmy, from over in Kansas, had a very good social media post on Facebook, and that's not normal Jimmy. Everybody knows the world of waffles. What's going on? There's some guys that are kind of padding their pockets a little bit, you know, for going through the headache and all the updating bullshit. Skinny doesn't do that. Somebody evidently decided to run their mouth. Jimmy, as he would, he stepped up and he kind of put somebody in their place. I've actually spoken that I try to stay out of that bullshit. But when it's kind of hits a little bit closer to home, I kind of have a tendency to not. They wouldn't even let me post my comment because
that sounds like some me shit.
it was. So I retracted. I changed the wording, what needed to be worded. But
sometimes just fuck you works.
Correct. And I pretty much said, this dude sounds like he needs to get a fucking good old-fashioned ass whooping to put him in his place. If everybody in this world of Demolition Derby knew the severity of what he's going through, and seeing those Snapchats of no hair, no beard, losing weight, in the fucking hospital for weeks among weeks at a time, with a bag hanging out of his stomach, all that shit, you would be a remorseful piece of shit to say anything about that.
Here's my deal. And, dude, some of these raffles are getting fucking ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah.
But there's one way that you, as a person that doesn't like a raffle, can eliminate the issue for you. Don't fucking participate.
Correct. Yeah, you don't want it? Don't do it.
Well, they're making all these cars high. Not everybody's raffling every car they're buying.
Correct.
And just because they get $3,000 out of a $2,000 car, the next one's still only worth $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not taking 50 different fucking people to drop the cost of that car. Not everybody's going to raffle their fucking cars off.
Nope.
Yeah, have I seen some shit on there that I'm like, fuck that?
Twice.
But you know what I do? Yes. I just fucking scroll on past it. Well, first I report it. No. But I just scroll past that motherfucker. Because honestly, if people think that what they're doing is a shitty enough deal, they'll fucking stop it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many fucking waffle guys have we seen? Done. You're done. You're done. Fuck you. Yep. You're making too much money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like I said, that one struck me. Just for the purpose of, like I said, of what he's going through. That's some shit I wouldn't want to wish on my worst enemy. This whole thing is for Skinny, period. Hopefully, other than some youth guys, some youth cars, some builders, hopefully a lot of those checks come back and get donated back over. We've seen it right here before, so it's going to be a hell of a show. I think there's some guys from Missouri that's actually going over there. There's some guys from Iowa that are going over there. So, what the fuck? Let's just get one of them on the phone. We'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by Broadhead Decals. From door wraps and roof signs, window stickers and banners, let Broadhead Decals take care of all your vinyl needs with only quality products used.
Justin's graphic design abilities will get you everything you could ever want. With super fast shipping, their turnaround time is second to none. So let Broadhead Decals take you to the next level.
So like I said, we just said we get them on. All the way from Dune, Iowa over the phone, Mr. Cody Peet running the benefit for Skinny.
Crashing for
Skinny. What's up, Cody, man?
Not a lot, y'all. How about you?
Drinking beers?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was going to try and get it timed out to where I could crack it open. That way Steven could hear it and get jealous. But he probably already got one cracked open, so...
So what's up, man? How's the build coming along for Skinny Show?
It's coming along. Lots of, I actually got to get 3 more rolls of welding wire that probably won't be used on that car, but, at least a partial roll of that's going to go into it yet. And then I think she's ready to well button up.
So what's your thoughts on the rule set for there?
I
haven't looked at
agree.
them.
Yeah. No, I agree with their decision to, let the Blizzard Bash limited weld and Carnage limited weld cars run, because you don't see a lot of those promoters and stuff get into that class anymore, just because they're so far spread out that you get the low car counts or whatever. So, no, I think it's going to party.
You told me you were taking a
good time.
You told me you were taking a PT Cruiser.
Probably end up like that damn ridge in Baltimore did today.
I was going to say, you said you were taking a PT Cruiser.
Well, yeah. I got a...
At least it's still a Mopar product.
Well, you would be happy about that, because it does have a Mopar motor in it, or whatever, Moparter, and the only thing GM is a tranny, though.
Well, you got smart somewhere.
I don't even blame you.
I keep breaking the other ones, so we went to this one this year. Actually, last year, found a builder out of Minnesota, Wild Performance, and he set me up good, and he's got them for a real good price or whatnot. So went with him last year, and thing worked flawless. So we're going to try it this year again.
Well, the key to keeping a transmission in a car, right?
Hit your brakes before you shift.
No, just you don't run any horsepower. I've got it figured out.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, it's a dang good thing I don't have any horsepower, because, she's just a little stock 360 with a little bit of upper end work on it, and, other than that.
Yeah, see, I'm buying 500 horse motors and detuning them. I'm like the exact opposite of street outlaws. They're always putting power in their cars. I'm taking it out.
Yeah, you're taking it all the way out. You got to fight the track,
All 114 fucking horsepower.
I like to bring it down to a driver's sport, not a motorsport.
Yeah.
Well, we are for sure going to see you over at the Crashing for Skinny. One thing that kind of brought to a lot of people's attention this year was you have kind of stepped into the sponsor side of R&R Promotions with Rob Baker and his crew. How much of a change is that for you?
The old lady don't like it, because I'm taking phone calls quite often, or messaging people on Facebook, but it's quite the flip side or whatever. Rob asked, he said that this year we're gonna really go all out for Border Wars. Because we changed location, and the venue sizes. If you ran that track, like my old man did back in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, it's still the same good track it was or whatnot. And, I got to see pictures of the facility or whatever, and it's going to be plenty big for what we're doing, and I think that track's going to be even better than Stanton's or whatnot. That's the hope anyway. But we got several vendors that are interested, and I'm kind of in charge of grabbing those guys, and sponsor wise or whatnot, that's kind of my job too. And I don't know if I'm allowed to plug this, but
okay, you are. Get with it.
You can edit this out if you need to, but we are still looking for trophy sponsors for I think eight of those classes. So if anybody's got ideas or trophy sponsors, parts vendor sponsor, heck, we could even take Walmart, as much as that place isn't ideal or whatnot for the small town guys that got to drive 45 minutes to it. But we'll take about anybody or whatever. They just got to get a hold of me on Facebook. So
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. If you are looking to get rid of some of that moldy money and get your name out there, sounds like these guys are willing to put it where it needs to go.
Correct, because we are actually sponsoring the youth winner with roof sign and door wraps from Broadhead Decals, as well as the overall Mad Dog for the Border War show. It doesn't take much, guys. Just throw a little bit to them, and they'll get some badass trophies and get you all hooked up for this class. So hell no, we're not going to edit that out.
And it's not like people aren't seeing this shit. So if you're wanting to get your company name out there, here's the way to do it.
It's on pay-per-view.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's on DerbyNation.tv. Your shit will be seen.
Yeah, Derby Nation is going to be there. You guys, I don't think you guys realize it, or maybe you do, but how much you guys help draw attraction to a show or whatever. I mean, heck, I'd have never known about half the shows that you guys talk about, get covered or whatever, that you say, hey, the live stream's here, or, hey, the pay-per-view's here or whatever, go ahead and go watch it. And, you go buy the pay-per-view and sit in your living room comfortably and drink beer, so.
It's way cheaper to drink beer in your living room, I promise you, than what we do.
Oh, yeah, but, I don't think, I'm sure I'm not the first guy or whatever, but, I really do, on behalf of me and, R&R for, what you're coming up for, Derek, and maybe Steven or whatever. We do thank you guys or whatever. I know you're going to have Rob on a little later, possibly, but
oh yeah,
I don't want to give away all the show. But
well, our big deal is our sport can't grow without people knowing what the fuck's going on, and right. It's so hard to get that shit out there. I mean, and even from my point of view, from promoting, it was a full-time job pushing a show.
Oh, yeah.
And if we can help with that shit.
Advertisements and flyers and, yeah.
But anyway, enough of that bullshit.
I kind of asked you before we hit go. The driver's list for Border Wars is not out. You know said driver's list. You looking at that driver's list for every state that is actually going to be there, and it's more this year than there's ever been for state-wise. Am I correct on that?
Yeah. Yep. I think it's just a little more than what the first year was or whatnot for that show. So,
and that's saying something.
Oh, honestly, if I think it's on track to be one of the biggest outdoor events of 24. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or whatever, or, but, and it's nothing against any other promoters, but I mean, it's going to be one of the big shows of 2024. If once the driver's list comes out, I think everybody's going to realize that. And, it's only going to get bigger or whatnot too. So, I mean,
well, last year
or whatever, and you came up, Derek, in person to see it, and the whole format of the show is completely unique.
Yes. And last year was Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, and Missouri.
Yep.
This year it's Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, and is there a Wisconsin team?
There was. I don't think them guys got it quite organized or whatever to come down from Wisconsin, but I know it was talked about or whatnot. But there's, I started listening to you guys a while back or whatever, and like the first of this year, you guys talked about big shows, and that's all that people want to run now or whatever. And that's not anything against the county fairs, but when you get sick of hitting the same 5 guys at these county fair shows or whatnot, I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons where, I like the idea of going down to Kansas or whatnot. Plus the, the Smashing for Skinny, kind of throws some value at it too.
Yes, sir. Well, dude, we are, like I said, I for sure will be there with him. We have that conversation a lot with his work sucking balls so bad.
This is not as bad as it was, motherfucker. Like, my construction schedule, we just fucking knew I wasn't going to be here. Like, at least with this, if we get a little splash of rain right before the show happens, I'll fucking take off.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of hoping it stays in Missouri, the rain, then, because track's got to be dry or whatnot. Then we can go party.
Well, that's okay. We're far
especially
enough. We're far enough south. It'll be all
especially
right.
if rumors are true and you're bringing a car.
Well, I'm trying to do what I can.
Yeah.
It will not be in the limited weld side. I fucking promise you that.
I tried to get him talked into it. We talked over Snapchat or whatnot, and
Yeah, he was like, just jump it up. I was like, fuck that.
It will fuck me all the way up.
I would be looking like the guy that I talk about on here all the time. Well, Steven didn't even move off the fucking line. And if that's the case, I'll take a car out there with no motor in it.
Oh, so you don't even have the drivetrain in it yet?
No. But that's all it likes. It just needs the motor and tranny slid in it.
Oh, well, that ain't nothing then.
Hell, I think the pedals and shit are already in it too. I know the steering is.
I tell you what, honestly, I was kind of in the same boat or whatever. This car's been kind of a process over the last 2 years or whatnot, because I would roll it in the shop, work on it for about a week, and then something else would come up or whatnot. We'd roll back out of the shop, stick it outside, and then it was kind of like that for 2.5 years. And thanks to Dad and Brandon, they finally got me the motivation and stuff like that to actually get this car done or whatever. So kind of a little shout out for them. But
Well, my big deal with mine is I took this car to 3 different fucking shows and had horrible luck with it every time. So if it does it again, I will crush this piece of shit.
I tell you what, if this one ends up junk in one show, kind of like what I did last year at Border Wars in front of Derek, I mean, I guess I'm just going to have to stop running shows you guys are going to come to, because if that's my luck.
Your fucking pointing on the rear had nothing to do with me.
No, it was a sub dropping out of the car that had everything to do with you.
Well, possible.
You're not the only one that has threatened to kick Derek's dick over pre-derby bullshit that he has said.
I just kind of want to slap his bald head.
Why the fuck everybody want to hit me in the head?
Hell, it might help.
Might give you some luck.
I hope so.
I'm telling you, after watching all these,
right before I pull out there.
I'm telling you, after watching all these big shows that Kitchell goes to, I'm shaving my fucking head next derby I run.
Oh, that ain't right.
He won't do it.
He's right about that,
dude. He ain't gonna do it. He says he will, but he won't fucking do it. You'd have a better chance of getting him to shave his beard off.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So does this mean we're placing bets for Kansas? I mean, what spot do you want me to finish at, Steven? So that way we can shave your head.
First, motherfucker.
All right.
If you win it, hold on. The last time this fucker made a deal over a podcast, it paid off pretty good for us. So if you
Oh,
happen
boy.
to win this thing, I will get Track Shot to video it, and we will shave his head on the spot.
Well, there you go. We can have the Fatty Fun Police run over and
Him and Skinny him and Skinny can all match heads.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take it down. I won't go to a razor because I break out like a motherfucker, but I will.
don't do that.
I will buzz this bitch to the scalp if you win that motherfucker. No
You
pressure.
talk about pressure now.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Well, brother
Well, I
man,
tell you what.
we will be seeing you in a few weeks.
Yep, and after this, we will, well, hopefully in Kansas, maybe we can get you on this bitch and we can talk about your run while I have no hair.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, you bet. We'll, hopefully after the win or whatever, and you got a shaved head or whatnot, we'll talk about that. You probably want to kick me in the dick for that, but
Somebody else is getting kicked in the dick but me.
yeah, well,
My hair grows quick. I don't give a shit.
It does. Fuck, 2 weeks after he'd have an afro.
be like Bryce Lanou in this bitch.
Well, man, we appreciate you taking some time out, letting us mess with you a little bit, kind of telling everybody what Border Wars is going to have in store for everybody. We appreciate the shit out of you supporting Skinny. I know Skinny does.
And supporting the shit out of us.
And everything that you do for us. I mean,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
appreciate
you bet.
the-
I mean, I think, like I said before or whatever, I really appreciate what you guys bring to the table as far as this sport and, not even just a Skinny show. I mean, all over the country. I mean, heck, you guys are getting guys from Washington. You got to go more East Coast maybe a little bit, but
It's coming.
hopefully
Yeah.
I'll come at later pods.
well,
It's coming.
I think we got the hookup on that now.
Oh, hey, there you go.
But like I said, man, we appreciate you taking time out. We'll let you get back in the shop, let you get that cold beer down, and we'll catch up with you on here before too long, hopefully.
Yeah, sounds good, buddy. Thanks, guys.
All right, brother. We'll give you a shout. There he is.
Yeah. And I know that there's not a lot of guys that know Cody. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure there's people that's heard of him and stuff, but
He was on Nebraska Derby.
yep.
Nebraska Live Derby stuff. Dude, I went to Border Wars last year, which you didn't get to go. And these fuckers, I'm telling you, they're like, hey, set up right here. I'm like, what? He was like, set up right by the tech line. We sold more cups in one weekend than we had the whole year. Shirts, cups, koozies, 4-in-1s, fucking... Corey Luddington had to come over and buy a shirt because he annihilated his. And then getting just getting me up on the live feed and stuff like that.
That's what's cool about this, and I know that there's not a lot of people out there that just want to jump in something and take a risk. And I mean, that's 100% what we did here. But the amount of support that we've got pushing behind us is over the top.
Oh, yes.
I mean, honestly, if you sit back and look at it, it's fucking humbling. Because,
Very.
well, you don't think about that shit. Nobody thinks about a media outlet. Mm-hmm. They don't. Like, that's not whenever somebody's like, hey, man, do you like derbies? Nobody's ever like, well, yeah, I like dudes that talk about it. Nobody says that.
That sounded a little metro such.
That's what I'm saying.
Right there, so.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, all bullshit aside, we don't really have a spot. Your promoters have a spot. Mm-hmm. Sponsors are paying for their spot.
Oh, yeah.
Drivers, they're always in the spotlight. Mm-hmm. But the media outlets, they're not blown up. like everybody else is until you start meeting these guys. And that's where we're getting our push from. Because where the fuck are we supposed to advertise? Our podcast?
Sucky ass Facebook.
That's what I'm saying. Because our success runs through word of mouth.
Correct.
Hey, I was listening to these two dipshits the other day on this podcast. Man, you ought to go give them a listen.
Yeah. They're talking about Spring X and all kind of stupid shit they're going to be doing over there.
Yeah, and fuck, they were out in Utah. Like,
Yeah. Speaking of supporting Utah, we've got a team that's going to be running Hurricane Utah 2-man stock team show.
Nasty fucking builds.
Team Hard Nosed Derby podcast, Mark Million, Casey Johnson, repping the fuck out of our stuff, broadhead decal stuff,
Triple B's
fucking
tees.
triple B's. Let's just keep this going. One of the great promoters that we've got to work with in the last year.
Yes.
Let's just get the man on the fucking phone himself.
Well, we talked to Brad.
Yep. Destructive behavior.
Yep.
Now,
Let's go stir a little dirt.
that's right. Be right back.
Triple B's Tees offer custom shirts and logo designs for all your apparel and merchandise needs, offering a variety of shirts, hats, hoodies, tumblers, and koozies. Triple B's will work with you one-on-one to personalize and perfect your logo. With over 5 years in the business, 20 years in the sport, they live for Demolition Derby.
Chunk and his crew can bring your imagination to realization with zero limitations. So for all your badass tees, choose Triple B's.
Well, the man.
We just said we get him on.
Oh,
Mr.
troll for this shit. Oh, I know.
Mr. Johnny Gullo from Stirrin Dirt Racing out of Utah, sir. How the hell are you?
Tired, old.
You're still in good shape, though.
Hey, I've actually I was diagnosed with a little problem, and they told me to do some things. I'm down 25 pounds. So physically, I'm feeling great.
How's the shoulder feeling?
My arm and bicep are fantastic, other than I get weird twinges, which I don't know what's part of that. So we'll go with that. But that's healed and done and gone. And like I said, was 225. I'm down to 197, so I'm feeling good about that. And 60 years old and still on the upper side of the dirt. So
Yes, sir.
Well, let's jump right into it, man. Let's talk about Hurricane. This badass team show you got coming up.
frickin' 3 weeks away. Jesus.
Shit comes fast, don't it?
It comes it's like, oh, it's so far away. I got taken a couple months off here. I mean, although it wasn't months off because we did all of our registration starting in December, which started with a fiasco in Dixie. I don't know if you're aware of what happened there. So we opened up registration, trying something new. I'm thinking, yeah, we switched Hurricane to a 2-man team show from the regular show just to change it up, thinking, California's closer, Arizona and Nevada's closer than driving all the way up north to Mania. And so, yeah, we'll do it down there and, we'll fill up. We should be okay. Shut down every server we have. We have 2 servers. And I'm like, son of a bitch. This was not supposed to happen. I'm like, I just want 40 cars. That's all I want. Or 40 teams. That's all I want. So registration went down, canceled everything. All the registrations went through eventually, but we had to give it like almost 24 hours for the server to catch up and get fixed. And then it loaded and Gumby goes, well, it's kind of our screw up. We'll just let them all in. And I'm like, really? So So 70 cars, 35 teams, only supposed to be 20. Now I'm freaking out because you guys have been to my shows. You know, I'm kind of an operational freak out guy.
No, you are a well-oiled machine.
Inspect all these cars. Where am I going to put all these cars? Because Dick does not have the biggest pit space. So I'm like, all right, guys, I need to know how big your trailers are coming, what you're bringing, what's going on, who's 2 cars, who's 3 cars. I'm measuring out. I've been down to the arena, which is 5 hours away 3 times to talk to them and measure. And oh my God. And on top of that, we got 20 mini cars coming. So history of Dixie real quick. When we took that over, 5 years ago, they had 12 cars at the show before us taking it over. So now we're up to 100 cars almost. Just stupid.
Well,
and you know, I don't want that many cars. I want the guys. I want to pay big money and make your odds good. I don't want 400 cars fighting for, $10,000. I want 40 cars.
correct.
I want you to have a legitimate chance at taking home money.
Well, we know you're not scared to.
We take all the money because this is a show where everybody gets $500 to pass inspection. Now that we've taken all these extra cars, I turn to Gumby and says, the format doesn't work. He goes, what do you mean? He says, well, we're taking 16, 18, whatever it is to the main event, team-wise. That would have left normally, another 15, 16 teams for the main. Well, we're doing B now, not doing grudge match. For the B man, it says, now with all these cars, we're going to have like 40 freaking teams in there or whatever it's going to be. I'm like, that don't work. So we scrambled up more money and we did a main C. So B main or A main is paying 14 grand. Split. These are all split between, the 2 drivers. 14 for the A main, 7 for the B main, and we added a C main, which if I don't have I tell you I'm working, so I don't have the paperwork from it. I'm pretty sure that's 4 grand to win.
Because your B main, doesn't it pay $7,000 a win for your B main?
7,000, yeah, 7,000, 3,500, 1,750, and a Mad Dog of 1,500. So we cut it in half again, but because it's a team, I think we went not 3,500, we went 4 grand, so it's 2 apiece.
Well, Johnny,
so
we
go
know
into our pockets even more.
We know that you're not scared to throw money at a show. We got to see that firsthand.
We got to do that firsthand. What the fuck are you talking about?
To do that first.
He's like, we've got 3 grand we don't have accounted for. Just give it away.
Have some fun, guys.
I'm tired of thinking about what to do with it. You do with it. I don't care. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, that's more than first place back home. And he's telling us to just pick something out and give it to somebody. We're like, all right, I can handle that.
So the top 20 teams get $1,000. The first 20 that registered. So that's how we play that game again. First place 14, second place 7, third place 3,500, and a Mad Dog of 3,000 in A main. So it's going to be crazy. Oh, we're giving away a Schrade motor to every, to all the drivers. No raffle, just whoever the drivers are, they draw for a brand new Schrade motor. We went away from the points this year. It was too much work. It was a good thing, and there's a lot of good stuff. And I think a lot of the guys, if they weren't in the top 20, there was no reason for them to fight, if that makes sense.
Correct.
So he says, well, why don't we take all that money we're giving away, and why don't we take all that money and we'll give a Schrade motor away at every show. We'll give a Schrade mini motor away to all the mini guys because it's a one and done. So every time you run a mini show through the year, you get 1 ticket. So if you run 4 shows, you get 4 tickets towards the motor. And that's a $6,000 motor. And that's more expensive than the regular motors. How about dive?
Holy shit.
I'm moving to Utah.
And then on the one show, so we moved from Dixie to May Mania. So May Mania was the 2-man show. And we went to the old iron wire, 79 and older wire class. I got 60 cars signed up for that. And we did a youth old iron wire to give them, because our youth drive pretty much the 80s and newer wire.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them, we're 5 years into those guys now. They're growing up and they need to expand their horizons. And the old iron wire gives them a bigger car. It allows them a better motor and more parts. Because the 80s and newer doesn't allow any of that. So I got, I think, 16 youth signed up, and we're giving them a motor.
This is why we always talk about Utah. This right here. This is why everybody's like, man, y'all talk about Utah a lot. Listen, just and if you didn't catch all of what he said, back it up just a touch and listen to everything he just said. Every move that they make out that direction is for the driver.
Yes.
Because without the drivers, they do not have the fan base that they've got.
Yep.
Nope. And you saw it firsthand at the state fair. I mean, our fans are not the back east fans.
They're not Derby. They're not Derbiers. They're not Derby family.
No.
They are people that
they're
like
going to a movie.
They are people that like
They're just
to
people
see.
going to a movie to watch an action movie is what they want.
Yes.
They don't
Shit catch fire.
care what
shit
the motor
blow
is.
up.
They don't care what car is. They don't have the knowledge of that. They're just fans of chaos.
They don't care if that's a 76 bumper on there or a pointy or a Mopar flat. They don't give a shit about any of that.
Yep.
They don't care if it's got a 14 bolt under it, a 5 lug, a built 9-inch, postal Mopar. They care none of that. They just care that it's loud and shit's bending.
Which is why I'm really excited for the old iron wire. Because I mean, that's old chain to me. That's old school 20 years ago, the way we used to build shit. I actually found my dad in our move, that I'm moving his house. He goes, here's a hard drive. I have no clue what's on it. I had pictures from the very first Hot Rockin' 4th in 1999. And I'm looking at all those cars and I'm blowing away. I says, that's the original chain and bang. Old iron wire right there.
Wow.
And that's what I'm talking about. I mean, these people that are sitting up there in the stands, you might catch a car guy or something, and they're like, well, that's a suicide Lincoln.
That's all they can tell us.
Yeah, or that's an old school New Yorker. And
Yep.
or that's a 70s model Cadillac. Like I said, they don't care what's been done to them, but they're like, look at this.
They don't. And what's really nice about the old iron wire is one of the cars that don't sell with every other show. New Yorkers, Y-framers, Cordobas, because all that stuff was dominant back in the wire days.
Oh yeah.
Guess what's back in play now?
Your Y-framers.
And those cars are a lot cheaper than the Impalas and wagons and Cadillacs.
Yeah, I mean, you take back in the day, you talk to any old school derbier, and they were Mopar.
Yep.
New Yorkers.
New York.
Especially in Utah. Utah was a Mopar nightmare. I've always been a GM. I always used to say, we go to a derby and the guys go, I don't know why you drive those GM. The Mopar's dominate. And I'd say, there's 50 of you and 4 of us. and we're still in the top 10. So,
But yeah, I mean those Polaras that everybody had setting out back and the
Yep.
yeah, I mean the New Yorkers,
the old 300s, the 66 Newports, New Yorkers, and
yeah, the Belvederes, that stuff. That's what you're going to get to see come out in that old iron wiring class.
Absolutely. So I'm excited to see what shows up. I mean, like I said, we got I think 50 of those, and then 20 or 15 of the kids. Then we got the minis on top of that. I think we're at over 100 cars for that show, so much to my chagrin. But that's at the Golden Spike, so that's.
You're trying to
Ring
just
arena
fill
for
You're trying to fill our summer schedule. We might as well just buy a vacation home out there.
Hey, I just unloaded one, so it's empty. You can buy that one easy.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Oh, so
Beautiful St. George, nice and warm all year, you know.
I mean, he's making a pretty
2
valid.
hours from Vegas, 4 hours from up here. You know, it's a good location. 6 hours from California. You know, it'd be a good location for you.
I mean, this is not a horrible argument he's making here.
I know. He is for my fucking checkbook.
But we're excited for that. We're really excited for Dixie. You know me, I'll be pulling my hair out until that's like these first two shows because they're totally new for us. You know, my stuff is cookie cutter. Every show is the same. I've got them all figured out. Now I've thrown this huge monkey wrench into these first two shows, and I'm like stressing out. And how's it going to run? Is it going to be smooth? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And,
Johnny, you can say whatever you want. You enjoy the chaos, or you wouldn't keep doing it.
I do.
I gotta ask, Johnny, do you wake up in the morning and just figure out, just kind of make a goal to yourself? I'm going to figure out how to do this the best of my ability and make it look where we don't struggle at anything.
Yeah, exactly. I want the drivers to have a good experience. I mean, obviously we're always going to have problems when it comes to inspections and tempers and, that kind of stuff. But if I can minimize that to where everyone's having a good time and having fun, then it's like I'm calling all the guys for trailer sizes. Like, all right, I've asked 4 times. I need your trailer sizes because otherwise, if I don't get trailer sizes and I can't figure this out, you guys are dropping trailers 2 blocks away and you're going to be parking, you're going to be old school pitting it. Sledgehammer torsion. That's all you're going to have. So I need to know, guys, come on, trying to help you.
Well, and one thing that I can say that I seen firsthand was if Johnny's asking a question about what you got going on or what you're bringing to the Derby, there's a method behind his madness.
Yep.
Yeah, and a lot of the drivers don't think this. Like, why the hell are they asking that? I've never been asked that. I want to go smooth, guys. I want to go smooth for me. I want to go smooth for you.
Well, like I said,
and the other side of that is our shows. I mean, what was Day of Reckoning last year? 3.5 hours.
But it was perfect. We got there at like noon, and we got to see how everything fell into place as soon as it was supposed to. There was chaos with you guys running around, but it was organized chaos.
Right.
And if anybody out there listening,
it's really. Our contracts are fair contracts, and out here our fares are like, you guys got 3.5 hours to run a show because we want them back in the fair, spending money at the fair. So trying to organize that to a point. I mean, there's like Dixie, if we're slow, we'll have to hold off on the main event because they blow fireworks at 10 o'clock. No matter what, 10 o'clock. I either have to be done prior to 10 or as soon as the fireworks are over, we go roll with the main event.
Well, what I loved about Day of Reckoning is whenever we were out there was somebody out there staging cars for the first heat while I was standing in there with you all and you were going over the tech meeting or, the officials meeting. And then as soon as
my crew's awesome, and that's why, if I make it easier on them, they stay happy. And, I've had the same crew guys for, going on 15 years now. And they don't blink. I turn red over to the arena. The arena always turns out. He'll come around. Okay, come check it out. I said, Red, you've been doing my arena for 15 years. I trust you. You're good. Oh yeah, but he's so proud of it. He wants to show it off to me, And it's like, I get it.
Well, I'm telling you, whenever we were out there, I got to sit down and actually talk to him for about 20 minutes. And he taught me more about dirt than I've learned in my whole construction career in that 20 minutes as far as how to build that track out of whatever soil, that you've got. He had an answer for it.
And our soil is different everywhere we go because we could be like Vegas horrible show dirt-wise because it sat in the sun baking for 3 months in 110-degree weather with 0 moisture, going up to northern where they start, we're always in horse arenas, so it's very sandy. So the clay consistency is always different. And if you know horse people at all, you don't screw with their arenas. that's their livelihood and stuff. Really, that's fine, but we're gonna screw with it. So some arenas allow us to scrape down to the hard pan. Some don't allow us to touch it at all, other than packing it down, and that's really challenging because it's as Red probably told you, getting the moisture deep enough so we can get that packed and almost bring that clay out of it to pack the top side is what we have to do because you guys back east are always on horse or racetracks or hard surfaces. Which I would love that because you never have to dick with it. But when you got horses and they come in, you got a rodeo on Friday that they're tilling the shit out of it, and we're doing a derby on Saturday, and we got to reverse that whole 10 inches of sand mixture to get a hard pack. It's hard.
Well, I'm telling you, we've talked about Red on here, I don't know, numerous times, and the knowledge that dude's got just strictly about dirt is insane. It's mind blowing. I mean, he knows down to a science of whenever he needed to send that tractor back out there to
whether it's a water truck, a packer, or I've seen him put take the big cats and put 2 20-foot rails on it and just compact the shit out of it because it needed it. Whatever reason he had.
Well, I'm telling you, I would have failed you horribly out there at Day of Reckoning because he was putting water on it, and I was like, oh, he's fucking up. And about 15 minutes later, he comes out there, runs this tractor over it. They rolled it, or, they compacted it real quick. He comes out there, and he's like, hey, come here real quick. Grab this dirt. Make a ball out of it. And I did, and then he's like, squeeze that. And I did, and it didn't fall apart. He's like, now we've got a track. Yeah. And I was like,
in Day of Reckoning, it's hard because that's next to the river. So if we go 12 inches down, we're in river rock.
Ooh.
So we got to be very careful at that track.
Yeah, because
we run the gambit from down South Hurricane to. I'm actually excited this year because they're doing 3 concerts in the arena: Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that sumbitch should be packed good from people jumping on it. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, tell them make sure they got the music real loud so everybody's jumping.
Well, Mr. Johnny, I think you guys have a great year planned out. I mean, we can see all your registration online. We all know that shit is just filling up so fast.
And if a spot comes open at Day of Reckoning, you might give me a holler because I need a couple of those.
I think I'm 15 over the limit right now that are on the standby list. So
then what's 17?
I'll let you know. But we are going to do an old iron wire there, one heat. Maybe if my son's running one, if something's left over, maybe we'll throw it together for you.
Well, I've got an Impala that I wouldn't mind getting rid of.
All right. Old iron wire is easy. That's a 2-day build. Take you longer to strip it. Can't cut the frame, can't do nothing. Old school.
Well, our schedule is absolutely insane this year. Hopefully the invite back to the Day of Reckoning is still
absolutely
good.
I actually booked the hotels already for you, so I just need to know if you're coming for sure so I can cancel them.
I am coming. We are coming for sure, sir.
Or you could come to Halloween Havoc and have a little barbecue and watch 130 cars go off in 4 hours.
That Day of Reckoning.
We actually changed that one too. For years we've been because it's a one and done, finish it off derby.
Yes.
And we have 11 heats. And this year it used to be 1,000 to win, 500 for second, 250 for third, and 2 Mad Dogs got paid $1,000 in each heat. This year I flipped it. All 5 spots pay $1,000. So each heat's $5,000. So there ain't no pussyfooting around. You're going to win the same amount of money, so you're winning the trophy. That was my thought.
There we go.
So 11 heats at $5,000 each, and Jesse cooking a barbecue for all the drivers at the end.
Hey, that is my question though. Is Jesse cooking barbecue at the house before Day of Reckoning?
Oh, you want that again? I can get one ordered up.
Please, because I'm going to book.
We'll just get some mosquito spray this year.
I'm booking my flights for Thursday.
Thursday arrival. Okay.
Yes, sir. Instead of Friday.
We'll talk more email afterwards and let me know. Is it the whole crew coming again or just you guys?
Probably the whole crew.
Probably just the 4 of us again.
Well, wasn't there 6 of you last time, or was there only 4?
Well, no, the other 2
4?
fuckers, they were just kind of tag alongs. They just hung out with us.
Okay, so setting up for 4, arrival Thursday, prime rib, is that what you want? Brisket? What, you tell me. We'll get it cooked.
Dealer's choice.
Yeah. You've seen us eat, man. We're fat dudes. We'll eat whatever.
Well, and as good as he cooked, if you've got some nice, good dog turds.
You want something different? You let me know. Think about it.
We'll do, bro.
Go on Jesse's Pitmaster with Facebook and see what he's cooking up and tell me what you want and we'll get her done.
We'll do, buddy, man.
Well, Johnny, we need to let you get to doing what you do. And
I got to finish building the K9 unit shed for my son in the sheriff department, so...
Well, we'll let you get at that, man. We appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to talk to
anytime,
us.
guys, you want to holler and talk after Dixie? Because I know you wanted to come to that one bad, and you're just going to make it happen. So we plan on being live and having Mr. Court doing our podcast at that show live. So if you get a chance to watch it. And if you want to talk afterwards and see how the chaos Iowa ended up with 70 teams, will be great.
We'll do, brother. We'll give you a shout.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
All right, guys. Good talking to you. I'll talk to you in a bit.
All right,
have a good one.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
There is those promoters taking care of us.
Not just us, man. The driver.
Everybody, God damn.
The only thing they're not doing is giving fucking free tickets away.
That's the only thing. Because they kind of, it's not
They
really.
do some of that too, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everybody gives me shit because they're like, you talk about Utah. They are for the fucking sport.
Brad Bowman. Destructive behavior. Their payout is over 100 G's
For fucking county fair show.
for a county fair show. These Stirrin Dirt shows are really county fairs that pay 80 G's.
Stupid fucking money.
Stupid. And they take care of fucking past tech, you get cash.
Now, I pray that the dude's making money.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like, well, these fucking promoters are lining their pockets. I hope the fuck he is.
Correct. Because their payouts are fucking insane. Insane.
You don't want people like that leaving.
No. That's why he's been in the game for almost 30 years. That shit right there. And he even kind of got in depth with us last year. You know, the first show that they did, that Rockin' Fourth or whatever, they lost 40 fucking G's. The second year, they lost 20 G's.
Yeah.
That's out of their pockets. I mean, these motherfuckers don't just got a bank account just hanging out. I think they do now.
I hope they do.
Yes, but back then, it was out of their pocket. It was out of their work money.
That shit drives me nuts when everybody gets to worrying about that dollar amount whenever they're pushing this shit for you. Whenever you see those anything over that $40,000-$50,000 mark that you see in payouts for 5 class shows, 4 class shows, guys, they're doing that shit for you. Yeah. Hopefully they're stuffing fucking 40 in their pocket.
I hope.
Because the next year, if they do shove that 40 in their pocket, you're getting another 20
Yes.
thrown at you.
Yeah. Then the next show, you're going to get another 20.
Yes.
And it keeps trickling down. He's paying Halloween Havoc. There was 11 heats. And they're going to pay the top 5 spot for each heat $1,000 fucking dollars.
Yes.
$1,000 for 5th. $1,000 for 4th. And their Mad Dog payouts are fucking stupid.
Ignorant.
Stupid.
Well, like destructive behavior, we talked about it the other day. $25,000 in Mad Dog money.
Yeah, and we know there's promoters in Utah that are
fucking-
doing the same shit.
And their fucking trophies are killer.
Yes, that are doing the same shit. Like the Spanish, that what's that show that Chance Ogden won?
Yes.
Tyson Shelley got 3rd. I mean, Chance got 10 G's,
Yeah.
and it was a county fair show.
Uh-huh.
So I'm ready for September.
Promoters, take care of your drivers.
Yes. I'm ready. I'm so ready for September already.
I want to see this sport go to where they have the fans that Utah has
Everywhere.
everywhere.
There's some East Side stuff, like the King of Ohio. They could have that. We just don't know. But I don't think they have the arenas to do it.
No, but I'm telling you, these motherfuckers will build it if you show them that you're going to show up. Mm-hmm. Give them 1 year of not having a spot to put 14 or 4,000 people, and I guarantee you show the fuck up next year, and you'll have a place to sit.
Yep. Guarantee you.
I mean, hell, that's what we run into right here locally. We got the cars for you all, but you wouldn't show up and watch them.
Yep.
If I run 180 cars across the track and I can only get 1,500 people to show up and watch it, well, fuck.
Correct. Yeah.
Can't keep doing that.
Nope. Not at all.
You give them 70 plus cars at each show and you get 800 people. Fuck that.
Yeah.
The drivers don't want to run for nobody.
No, they can do that in their backfield.
Yes.
Utah packs 10,000 motherfuckers in there.
Every show.
Every show. 10,000. 10,000 fucking people.
Yes.
And that's not counting the pits.
Right.
So, guys,
Talk to your people.
yes. And this show will be on Full Contact Derby TV.
And you can watch it forever.
Yes. Go to Stirrin Dirt Racing on YouTube. You can go right to it. It's the same fucking weekend as Spring X.
Yep.
So as soon as we get home
Bam.
from Spring X,
TV.
I'm going straight to the television. My wife's probably going to throw some shit at me. Tell me to go do some fucking laundry or something. Fold some laundry at least.
Yard work.
And that's out. Not yet. It's just like snowing. Shit.
Yeah, but I just spread urea on your fucking yard.
Did you spray it on my yard? Hold on. Does that kill the shit or
No,
grow it?
that grows like a
You're a
motherfucker.
dick.
You get to mow 4 times a week.
I can already mow twice a week, and that's enough. But there's killer shit. Thanks, Johnny, for getting on with us, taking the time out of his
Hectic
crazy
motherfucking
fucking schedule. Thanks, Cody, for getting on. Give us a little insight on, why he's coming to the Skinny show.
Thanks, Dustin. Last week,
Yep.
after we got done recording, we got to talk to him. He told us what we needed to know to get in the know.
He enlightened us a little bit. Let's put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
So, guys, there's some shit.
D.E.M.O, Skinny, Utah.
Spring X, Border Wars, Cornhusker Chaos. It's just going to go on and on and on.
It's here.
Yes, it
Derby
is.
season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right, bitches.
And we're ready.
Yes.
We're fucking ready.
Bank account's not ready, but I'm ready.
So, sponsors, we're, again,
You want to put me on a street corner? $20 is $20.
Hey, everybody wants to run your head. You're going to have to start charging.
Start charging them to slap me upside my head, I guess. So, thank you guys for.
hell, I'll get a $5 dick kicking line.
Man, I ain't taking a $5 dick.
After the third one, you ain't got to worry about it.
What, when I puke?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us and taking this ride with us.
And these numbers, man.
Yep.
You all are doing it. You all are making it happen.
We got some shit in the works. Some more shit in the works. Make sure the online store is posted for the shirts and hoodies at Triple B's.
Man, we might have a fucking hat or something coming out
That's right.
right quick.
Yep. Trying to keep a little bit of local stuff,
Oh,
One
yeah.
of my buddies that I've known for a long time, he kind of hit me up. He said, "Man, I see you got some shirts. How about some hats?" We'll see.
We're waiting on the underwear guy.
The thong dude.
Caricatures right there on your dick.
Hey, we can get socks with your faces all over them, too.
There we go.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
telling you. Swimming trunks.
People be wiping their ass with the socks.
That's fine as long as they paid for them shits.
That is right.
What we used to tell them back when we was promoting, you've already paid, you're here.
Yeah, you're here. I don't give a fuck if you leave or not. You've said, I've heard that said. So
No refunds after you pulled in this motherfucker. I didn't build your fucking car.
that's right. Thank you guys so much. Until the next one, brother, got any last words?
Nope.
Make junk, boys.
And girls.